Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Now today, now make am 60 years when Nigeria independent from British. President Muhammad Buhari don't make speech since morning. So the things when he talk, now Mr. Uyi Osunde come here today, come talk about how he see that Buhari speech wey he make today. So make I leave you, make you hear from Uyi Osunde how he see the speech wey Buhari make today. Enjoy the video.
Hello, good day everybody. Hope you are in good condition. Hope you guys are living in good health. I pray that God protects you, protects your family. God will provide for every Nigerian that is struggling out there. It's my prayer that God will meet you at the point of your need. God will satisfy your heart desire. God will meet you at the point, meet you beyond your widest dream, will supply your needs according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. Good evening, everybody. This is October 1st. This is Independence Day. I was not actually planning to say anything, to talk, but after reading through the independence speech by Mr. President, I have no option than to come out and say one or two things about how he has slapped every Nigerian with this kind of speech. Normally when we celebrate our birthday, it is kind of counting our blessings. You know, when you're celebrating, you are counting your blessings. You're counting your achievement. You're thanking God for what God has done for you and for what God has used you to do for others and what God has used you to achieve. That is why we celebrate birthday. We don't celebrate birthday to pontificate, or we don't celebrate birthday to lament. If you want to come and lament, there's nothing to celebrate. No need to celebrate it. There is no need to celebrate when you are lamenting. So that is why I love what Ben Ayade is doing right now in Cross River State. The governor of Cross River State told the people, nothing to celebrate. Go home. We are not going to waste government money on trivialities to celebrate nonsense. Just go home, celebrate in your own homes. That is what the governor is doing in Cross River. But in Nigeria, you see the pageantry that is going on in Abuja right now. You see the parade, the shame, money, a lot of money is being voted for this sham that is going on there. And to crown it all, the disgrace of a statement read by the president. I don't even know if it was read on I don't know if it is broadcasted actually. I don't know whether the speech of Mr. President was broadcast, but if you've seen where he read out this broadcast, please, you could send it to me. I've not seen it. All I saw is the write-up of the speech purportedly read by him, and it's a mess. Seriously, it's a mess. We are going to analyze, because it's about how many points? It's about 51 point statement. It's a 51 point statement that he read out to Nigerians that is telling us, Nigerians, the reason why he's not performing. Is what a president is telling you the reason why he's not performing. Upon everything that is available there, he is telling you the reason why he can't perform, the reason why he has not been able to do anything. That is what he's telling you on your 60th birthday. That is all I've been able to deduce from all this lengthy Dogo Turenchi. They call it long grammar in Hausa language. Dogo Turenchi. This is what the Hausa called Dogo Turenchi. Is a lot of statement meaning nothing, baseless, empty, and is giving you excuses just as before. For God's sake, this is 60th anniversary of Nigeria's independence. 60 years in some nations is a nation of retirement. For an individual, when you're 60 years, you are about to retire. But this is Nigeria for you. A president that has been handling the saddle is telling you reasons why he cannot perform, and upon that is telling you a lot of lies. So I'm going to give you, we are going to take a point-to-point analysis of what Mr. President is saying, and the lies in the statement, and the slap in the statement, and Nigeria, this is independent. This is the reason why Nigerians have to rise up and take the saddle. Nigerians have to rise up and change and challenge the government. The Nigerians have to rise up and begin to speak up, because enough is enough. We cannot tolerate, we cannot continue to stomach this rubbish, this ineptitude. We cannot continue to stomach it. It is so nauseating for a president to come out and tell the whole world that the reason I'm not performing is because of this. We put you there. We put you there to find solution to problems. We put you there, or rather, the people voted you, if you were appointed, whatever means you used to get there, to find solutions to problems. It's not to tell us that there are problems. We know there are problems. That is why you are there, to solve the problems. Don't come and tell us that there are so many problems around the world, global economy, the COVID-19, whatever. That's why you are not performing. You've been president for 5 years before COVID-19, for God's sake. You've been president for 5 years before COVID-19. So why are you not performing? We don't want excuses. We don't. Now the recently concluded Edo State governorship election. He's trying to take the glory as well. Look at him trying to take the glory of the election in Edo State. For God's sake, I was dumbfounded. I was speechless. Let me not give you too much grammar. Let us start by analyzing it. The first point, the first 5 points are mostly rhetorics. I speak to you today as your president and fellow citizen on the epoch occasion of our country's 60th independence anniversary. As president, I wish to renew my appreciation to Nigerians for entrusting me with your hopes and aspirations for better and greater Nigeria. Okay, 2. He said, today is my unique privilege to recommit myself to the service of the great country of great people with profound diversities and opportunities. We are bound by destiny to be the largest and the greatest black nation on earth. Okay, Nigeria is actually the greatest, the largest black nation on earth. That is true. To say that we are bound by destiny, that I cannot say. We cannot say for a fact if it is destiny. Okay, if it is the British, the colonial masters, if the United Kingdom that bounded us together, it is for you to decide. But that is not actually my point. Where I'm going, let us go to point 3. He said, at this stage of our nationhood, it is important that we reflect how we got here to enable us to work together good to get to where we aspire to be as a strong, indivisible nation, united in hope and equal in opportunity. For God's sake, look at what he just said, that we are strong, indivisible nation, united in hope and equal in opportunity. Are we equal in opportunity in Nigeria? Are we actually equal in opportunity in Nigeria under this present administration, where you have all the service chiefs in Nigeria from one particular religion and one particular part of the country and one particular tribe? Are we equal in opportunity? That is one thing that the Mr. President needs to answer. We are not equal in opportunity in Nigeria. Nigeria does not use meritocracy. The best hands are not employed to serve. You are employed, or you are appointed, or you are giving position based on where you come from, the language you speak, the people you know, and the religion you belong to. Under this present administration, definitely we are not a nation of equal opportunity, and we are not united. He said united in hope. Okay, thank God he put hope there. So we are hoping to be united. We are united in the hope for a better country. We are all are united, but the most annoying part of that statement is that he said we aspire to be a strong, indivisible nation. Are we aspiring to be a strong, indivisible nation? Can this nation be divided or not? Who wants to remain in a nation where his contributions, his views are not respected, his contributions are not valued, his opinion is disregarded? Nobody wants to remain in such union. So that is the kind of nation we are in. Please, I want you to share this video right now as we continue this analysis of President Buhari's independence speech, which I actually found annoying. I found it annoying. I found it as disrespectful. I found it as a slap to Nigerians. So it's because there were so much lies in it, so much disrespect for Nigerians in it, so much lack of care that it was just like a rhetoric. Yeah, okay, it's Independence Day. What do we do? Additional, go and put something together and write something together and flood it on the internet for the people. And it's like a bad, lazily concocted and hurriedly put together speech without that is having no value. It's having no value. So Nigeria is not an indivisible nation. Nigeria can be divided and will be divided unless they sit up. Unless they sit their acts up, unless they do the right thing, unless they stop trampling on the rights of Nigerians, Nigeria will divide. Nigeria will scatter, not just divide. Nigeria will scatter into pieces if they don't do the right thing. Because there is so much a people can bear. There is a limit to elasticity. There is a limit you can stretch elastic. You get to a point of elasticity and it will snap and dissolve. So that is where Nigeria is headed if things are not done properly. So please share this video. Please share this video as we continue. Now let's see what he says in point number 4. He said on October 1, 1960, when Prime Minister Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa received the constitutional instrument symbolizing Nigeria's independence, he expressed his wish that having acquired our rightful status as an independent sovereign nation, history will record that the building of our nation proceeded at the wisest pace. That history of our nation proceeded at the wisest pace. I don't know why he said that was wise. The pace at which we started was a wise decision. I don't know. But let's just leave that. With the real point I'm going is still further down. He said this optimism was anchored on the peaceful planning, full and open consultation, and harmonious cooperation with the different groups which culminated into Nigeria emerging as a country without bitterness and bloodshed. For God's sake, how dare he say that the formulation of Nigeria there was full and open consultation and harmonious cooperation with different groups which culminated in Nigeria. Who did they consult before they formed Nigeria? That is point blank lie over there. There was no consultation. I'm from the Bini ethnic tribe. My people were not consulted. My king was not consulted when Nigeria was formulated. the handing over of the leadership to the Fulani and was not communicated. We did not reach an agreement before they gave the leadership, the mantle of leadership, to the Hausa Fulani from my kingdom. Who and who do they consult? There was no consultation. This is a flagrant lie by the president of the nation, lying to the 200 million people, and nobody is talking about it. Nobody is looking at it. How could you say that when Nigeria was bettered, that there was where was it? There was a peaceful planning, full and open consultation, and harmonious cooperation with different groups which culminated into Nigeria emerging as a country without bitterness and bloodshed. We were never consulted. Nigeria was Nigeria was it's like the British were cooking soup made up of various incompatible ingredients. You know, you want to cook egusi. Let me say, you want to cook ogbolo soup. You bring egusi, you bring ogbolo, you bring spinach, bring tomatoes, you bring you bring different ingredients, and you use it to prepare one particular soup and serve it to your children. Your children are bound to have constipation. They are bound to have running stomach and diarrhea. And that is what Nigeria is experiencing right now. Because there were too many ingredients packed full, not minding the diversity and the quality, the counter effect of each medicines or each ingredients that we have on the consuming individual. So Nigeria was just lumped together, and this is why Nigeria is having the constipation, the diarrhea, the headache, the troubles that we are having today. That is the reason. So Mr. President was lying when he said that people were consulted. My people obviously weren't consulted. Now let's go to the point number 6. He said, our founding fathers understood the imperative of structuring a national identity using the power of the state and work towards unification of Nigerians in a politically stable and viable entity, the unification of Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, they have been fighting to divide this nation in their appointment, in their quota system, everything in Nigeria. There is nothing that signifies unity. There is nothing that signifies unity. If you go to, now that the Buhari is president, go to Aso Rock. Everybody is there is speaking Hausa language, which is not even an official language in Nigeria. So there is no unity there. There is no unity of purpose. Everything is divisive. So there's nothing like unity in Nigeria. Okay? Now let's go to point 7. This is where it begins to get interesting. Please keep on sharing. Thank you as you share. Just keep on sharing to others so that they can come join us. Item 7 says, he said that that philosophy guided the foundation that was laid for our young nation of 45 million people with an now this is where the complaint started. From here, point 7 to point 51, it was all complaint. Now look at the complaint. It said that philosophy guided the foundation that was laid for our young nation of 45 million people with an urban population of approximately 7 million, occupying an area of 910,768 square meters. This demographic led to development challenges for which major efforts were made to overcome. Now, he is now telling developmental challenges, that from the beginning we have had developmental challenges. But when the British were here, when the British came to Africa, they met nothing apart from the only civilization they met in sub-Saharan Africa was the Benin Kingdom. The Benin Kingdom was the only civilization they met. So every other places were not civilized. So they begin to build. They begin to build schools. They begin to build hospitals. They begin to build markets. They begin to build ports. They begin to build. But President Buhari is telling us that from inception, because Nigeria was 47 million people and living in an area of 910 square meters, then and with 57% of them in the rural area, so that was the reason there was a challenge for development from 1960. That was the reason. And in Benin City, as we speak, there are still civilizations built by the British in existence as we speak in Benin City and Edo State environs. So you were telling me that what you could not, we couldn't build upon that what was met. Well, we couldn't build upon what was left behind by the British. Is that what you're telling me? That we couldn't look at the standard that the British were building and replicate standard. We are not. They were not asking you to start from the scratch. We have built a house. Look at the plans. Look at the structure. Look at the way they were built. Just copy and paste. We have built tar roads. This is how it was done. Copy and paste. We've built schools, hospitals. We've built different institutions. Copy them and paste them. That was all that were required of Nigerians. And yes, President Buhari is telling us that because when the British left, we were 47 million people, and there were 52, the 7 million, approximately 7 million people were living in the urban areas, and that, for God's sake, what kind of... No, you now see a president that is even giving excuse for Tafawa Balewa. It's because as at the time the British left in 1960, it was Tafawa Balewa that took the saddle of leadership. He is here 60 years later trying to exonerate Tafawa Balewa that he had a challenge of 47 million people. Okay, if you were not ready to develop the nation and lift 47 million people out of poverty, why did you demand for independence? Why was there any demand for independence? So it's now very, very obvious that our president has the culture of blaming everybody else except himself, exonerating himself from failure and blaming everybody else. So let's continue. Let's continue. It says that it said today. Now look at this. Just look at this. It said today we grapple with multiple challenges. For God's sake, Mr. President, there are challenges everywhere. There are challenges. Let me read it before I comment. Today we grapple with multiple challenges, with population exceeding 200 million, occupying the same land mass, but 52% residing in the urban areas. Okay, now because 52% of 200 million are residing in urban areas, that is why we are having challenges. Okay, Mr. President, what stopped you from developing the rural areas to have the same basic amenities that is available in the urban areas, so that there will be no rural to urban area drift? If we have electricity in the rural areas, good roads, good housing, hospitals, why would any villager want to leave the sanity of the rural area to come to the urban noise polluted area? So your failure is in your inability to develop rural areas. So the difficulty we are grappling with is not, the difficulty we are grappling with is not because 52% of our indigenous or citizens are living in the rural area. No, It is the inability of government to urbanize every aspect of our lives, every political space, every demographical space. They have not been able to urbanize them. That is why we are having the issues that we are having. So Mr. President should stop with a complaint. Stop telling us that we grapple with multiple challenges with the population exceeding 200 million. India is 1.3 billion or 1.2 thereabouts. China is 1.5 billion thereabouts. We are just far we are just far below. So population is supposed to be a blessing. Population is actually to be the strength of the China People's Republic today is their population. So if you have not been able to harness the that God has given you by giving you people, if you've not been able to use the talent to bring them together, to harness that they can produce, then whose fault is that? It is your fault. Your fault and the fault of every successive government that have come before you. But the problem is, no other government has come and complain of every preceding government. They try to solve the problem as they meet it. But this government is the only government that come and blame everybody. They blame past government, they blame the police, they blame the military, they blame the judges, they blame the students, they blame you. They even blame you for listening to them. They even blame you for voting for them. They blame you for defrauding others to sabotage elections. They blame you for their mistakes. This is the only government that blame you for being you. They blame you for becoming who you are by reason of the policies of government. Every nation, they say a nation is as good as the government. So we are the way we are because the kind of leadership that we have been under. Okay, this is why we are like this. This kind of leadership why we are like this. And they turn now they say Nigerians like money. Nigeria like money. Why would Nigerians not like money when politicians flaunt ill-gotten wealth all over the place every day? Government has succeeded in telling us that you don't need to be educated to be rich. You don't need to be hardworking to be rich. All you need to do is just to learn the gimmick, the style of stealing. And you want every individual out there to not chase the money. Nobody wants to be perpetually subservient. Everybody wants respite. Everyone wants to be free. Okay, let's continue. You will see for yourself. You will be shocked at the level of statement that was mentioned. It says 60 years of nationhood provides an opportunity to ask ourselves questions on the extent to which we have sustained the aspirations of our founding fathers. Where did we do the right things? Are we on course? If not, where did we stray, and how can we remedy and retrace our steps? Now, this president is asking you now, say after 60 years, say why have you failed? And where did we do the right thing? Are we on course? If not, where did we stray, and how can we remedy and retrace our steps? He's asking you, Now, these are very salient questions. These are very good questions. And unfortunately, he did not provide any answer. They are just throwing questions out there. No answer. Did we stray? Yes, we have strayed. Even the plan that was laid down was, I don't know if they had any plan in 1960 by the first premier. I don't know if there was any good plan. Whatever plan that they had, maybe we have strayed. I know we are not where others are. I don't see the framework, but when you just oppose our nation with other nations that got independence at the same period, you discover that we are a disgrace of a nation. Now there are two countries that comes to mind that had independence at the same time frame with us, or three. Let me say Ghana had in 1958, 2 years before us. Not South Korea had independence, I think the same 1960, and UAE, United Arab Emirates. Today, United Arab Emirates is a wonder of the world, the whole nation. If you go to Dubai, you go to Sharjah, you go to Abu Dhabi, you'll be perplexed, you'll be bewildered, you'll be just wondering. This is to make it more beautiful. UAE is even a nation, an Arab nation that have embraced every form of technology. There are some technologies that is existing in UAE today that is not even existing in some part of Europe, and that is a fact. And we see the same group of Muslims in Nigeria that are head bent on dragging us to the 6th century, where you see other Muslim nations progressing. Nigeria style of Islamic or whatever political leadership that have tried to stop Islam, to the advantage, to subjugate Islam to advantage at the expense of the common Muslim out there. So that is so. These countries, if you just oppose our nation with them, you will be so ashamed of us as a nation. Go to South Korea and see wonders. South Korea, South Korea invent a lot of things that we are even using in Nigeria, like any Daewoo car you drive, any Kia car you drive, any Hyundai car you drive. They are all from South Korea. All from South Korea. Technology is driving that nation. Dubai, technology is driving that nation. Nigeria, corruption is driving Nigeria. Religious intolerance is driving Nigeria. Poverty capital of the world. Insecurity everywhere. What are we there to celebrate? There was there to celebrate nothing. We absolutely have nothing to celebrate. And as if that one is not enough, they did not allow us to lick our womb. They came out with this stupid statements to insult to insult our persons. Now let's go to the. Just look at this. It said, upon attaining independence, Nigeria growth trajectory was anchored on policies and programs that positively impacted on all sectors of the economy. However, this journey was cut short by a 30-month civil war. Now, it's telling us that because of civil war, that is why, nothing. This is 60 years. This is telling us problems. The reason why things are like this today. The reason why things are like this today. He has visited Civil War of 1967. Okay, now he further went on to say that we came out of the Civil War with a focus on reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reconciliation that enabled the country to put in place world-class development structures and strengthen public service that well served the government. This positive trajectory continued with the return to democratic government, which was truncated by another round of military rule. Now, another round of military rule. And this is the same man that truncated a democratically elected government. He was the person that introduced the military rule into government, and he was so unashamed to throw it in your face and tell you that the after the civil war, the progress that we were achieving was truncated by another round of military rule, instead of him to tell us, until I truncated that developmental process. President General Muhammadu Buhari was the one that truncated this developmental process in 1983. He was the one. He was the one. Because according to him, now, because if you look at it now, he actually said that after the war, there were progress, there were development, that there were, because after the war, it was actually in 1970 that Yakubu Gowon was also still in charge, they were developing the country. I think that was the same period Brigadier General Osaibovo Ogbemudia was governor of Edo State. First, it was David Ejo. I think David Ejo, then Osaibovo Ogbemudia, where all those structures in Edo State, the building of the ring road, the tying of of ring road, the underground drainage in Sapele Road, in Sakmamba Road, in Akbakbaba, all those mainstream Benin, the first phase, first cycle of Benin. That is when the development took place. So it was even under the military rule. So he is telling us that during this period after the war, that Nigeria was actually getting progressive until it was truncated in 1983 by another military rule, another round of military rule, which he actively participated in, which he all the fault lays on his shoulder, and he just threw it in our face as if it is just nothing. This is an ample opportunity for him to have apologized to the whole nation and say, I'm sorry for truncating this developmental stride, as he put it. I'm sorry, forgive me. I step down from today. I realize my mistake, but no. He just threw it out there as if it is nothing. As if it's nothing, another round of military rule. Who was the military head of state? General Muhammadu Buhari. He was. And from then till now, we are still suffering. Okay, now let's leave him and let's go to the next one. Now, he said for a cumulative 29 of our 60 years existence as a nation, we have been under military rule. So now 50-50 now. So military rule us for 29 years, and we have been under democratic rule for 31 years. All when you combine all together. So democracy 31, military 21. So now 29. In only 2 years, democracy takes senior soldier rule in Nigeria. So it's been 50-50. And he has been part of the whole process. President General Muhammadu Buhari has been part of the whole process. And he cannot exonerate himself and say it was the military that made Nigeria to be worse, or it was the civil rule that made Nigeria to be worse, because he shared from both. So wherever the blame lies, he shared from both. But my anger is the way he is just throwing it out there as if it is nothing. As if this is independence. We are supposed to be cataloging our achievement in the 60 years of Nigeria independence. We have done this, we have done this, we have done this, we have done this, we have done that, but nothing like that. Nothing to showcase. It's just complaint upon complaint upon complaint. I've never seen a president that so shift blame like the one we have right now. Shift blame. There's nobody he cannot blame. He even blamed the woman in the other room. Blame the woman. She's supposed to be in the other room. So women have she died He's trying to tell you that as a Nigerian woman, you have no say in the nation. You have no say in the affairs of the nation. You just belong to the other room and the kitchen. That if he can relegate his wife to that level, just imagine how he thinks, what he thinks about you as a Nigerian woman, as a Nigerian professional, as a Nigerian.
Now we don't hear from Uyo Sunday, let us know what you think for comment section about the speech where President Muhammadu Buhari make today. Today we make 60 years when Nigeria gain independent. Go to comment section, let us know what you think. And make you also help us share this video to friends and family. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.